Hi, I'm Miss Powell. I'm the English teacher at this campus, and I just wanted to share a lesson with you on the author's purpose for writing. Many people don't realize that an author has a specific purpose, a specific reason for writing, and this will influence the reliability of the text. We can't trust that everything we read is factually designed to inform. Some of what we read masquerades as fact, and it is actually persuasion, right up to being propaganda. What is written to inform, persuade, or entertain? Well, let's find that out. This is why I've designed this lesson. Let's find out about the author's purpose for writing. Yeah, the author's purpose. And we know that our objective today is to find out his purpose for writing. When we read, it's important for us to understand why the piece was written. As we read, we ask ourselves, why did the author write this? What is he or she trying to accomplish with this writing? What is his purpose? An author writes for many reasons. An author may give facts or true information about a subject. If so, they are writing to inform. Some authors write fiction stories or stories that are not true. They write these stories to entertain us. Others may write to persuade or try to get us to do something. Inform. To state, teach, explain. Examples of these are notes on a bulletin board, an encyclopedia, Time magazine, National Geographic, instructional manuals. Entertain. We are amused there. It jokes with us. We laugh at it. It helps us pass the time. Examples: People magazine, comics, comic books, fiction novels. Persuade. Convince, argue, prove. An example might be an editorial in the newspaper, advertisements, political speeches, TV commercials, want ads, internet pop-ups. To remember author's purpose, think of the term pie. We see a cherry pie there. P is persuade. I is to inform. E is to entertain. And a pecan pie. The author's purpose or reason for writing affects the content of what he or she writes. As a reader, you need to become aware of that purpose so that you can evaluate the content of what the author is writing. In other words, you can't believe everything you read. Think about why the author is writing as you read for information. Okay, let's do a little practice here. Go ahead and pull out a sheet of paper. We're going to start out with two very easy activities and then move to a little more difficult. We're looking at the author's purpose for writing and how they develop that purpose. Okay, author's purpose here. Vote for Carl for class president. Carl is a leader. Last year, he was a great vice president. This year, he volunteers to help with after-school clubs. He will do great things for our class. Carl promises more school dances and better choices at lunch. So vote for Carl for class president. Okay, yeah, he has tried to persuade us. How has he developed his argument that we should vote for Carl? Yeah, he does talk about the fact that he volunteered to help with after-school clubs. He's going to or he promises more school dances, better choices on the lunch menu. So, yeah, his accomplishments and promises he has persuaded us with. Great job, you did it. Okay, what is the purpose for writing here? Katina and her brother, Jess, were playing with the water hose outside one day. Jess was hiding from Katina so she wouldn't squirt in with the water. The back door opened and Katina pointed the water hose toward the door. It was Mom and she was dripping wet. What is the author's purpose for writing this? Well, I would say there's not factual information here, and I don't think the author is trying to persuade us. So, yeah, he's entertaining us with a little light story about Katina, her brother, and her mother. So, entertaining us. And Edgar Allan Poe says, "Great job. When you finish the quiz, I can go back to writing." Now, why was I writing this? This next one, a little bit more difficult. It was a glorious morning in Alabama. The sun was shining through the trees. Alan couldn't wait to find his fishing pole and call his friend Sam to go fishing. They had a great time on these early morning fishing trips. They took their dogs with them, and the dogs would swim in the lake while they fished. It was so funny to watch those dogs paddle around the lake. Okay, what is the purpose for writing? Well, we do have some information, but it's definitely not possibly factual. This is just a light little scenario, not trying to persuade us of anything. So I'd say this author is trying to entertain us. Yeah. This one. The Slim-O-Matic will cause you to lose pounds and inches from your body in 1 month. This amazing machine helps you to exercise correctly and provides an easy video to show you the proper way to exercise. Send $75.99 and begin exercising today. Okay, what's his purpose here? Is he giving us factual information? Probably not. He says it will cause you to lose pounds and inches from your body in 1 month. Maybe. Maybe some people will actually do that, but there's no guarantee there. He says words like amazing machine, easy video. These are obviously persuasion adjectives. So he's trying to persuade us. He's definitely not entertaining us. He's trying to persuade us. Okay, this one. The Underground Railroad was a secret organization which helped slaves escape to freedom. Many slaves were able to escape because of the conductors and station masters. The northern states were free states, and slaves were free once they arrived in the North. Secret codes and signals were used to identify the conductors and station masters. Okay, is this author trying to entertain us? Well, it's basically too direct here. It definitely sounds like a historical text. Is he trying to persuade us? I don't see any persuasive adjectives, any effort to try to persuade us to one side or another. He's giving us historical information. So yeah, he's trying to inform us here. So in conclusion, it's very important that we know what purpose the author has for writing. Remember the term pie. The author is trying to either persuade, entertain, or inform. When the author is trying to persuade, he rarely presents an entirely objective passage. We must be careful and not believe everything we read. The author's purpose influences the writing. Okay, yeah, we can see now that author's purpose has a lot to do with how we receive or perceive a text. So we have to be very, very careful that we take time to understand why the author has written what he's written. Is it to persuade? Is it to inform? Is he trying to entertain us? That's what we have to look for when we read. Okay, thank you for letting me share this message and this lesson. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let's finish those classes so that we can start next year fresh.